Hey everyone, how we doing today? This is James Sweeney, aka SplitSuit, and welcome back to another video. And as part of the Ask SplitSuit a Question series, a couple people did ask hand history questions, and this one actually came privately via 2+2. And ICM Monster wanted me to do a quick line check with kings against a fish. So let's check out the hand. Okay, so this hand is from 25 no limit online. Hero raises under the gun. Folds around, there's a call, there's another call, we go three-way to it, and the button is a 1511 over 447 with a 3-bet of 3%, and the big blind is the fishy 4215 over 73 with a 3-bet of 0%. So we all go to the flop, and we face a min bet from the big blind. So even if we didn't have the HUD in this situation, I would still probably assume that the big blind is not a great player. He started the hand with a half stack, he's min-donking in a multi-way pot, which is a pretty silly thing to do. So I'm assuming that he's probably not going to be great, even if I didn't have the HUD numbers to confirm that. But in this exact situation, when I have something like an overpair against a half stack fish, more often than not, I'm trying to create a big pot very, very quickly. So I would decide to raise here just like Hero did. Hero chose a raise of 214. And I think that size is totally fine. The button could, of course, have hit this board occasionally. There certainly are some ways for him to do so, sets, two pairs, etc. But ultimately, I think he's going to play pretty straight up and straightforward in this situation, and I don't really want to call and give him an insane price to take position, call with the entirety of his range, and let him get there in ways that I don't want to let him get there for essentially free, because I view a single big blind essentially as free in this spot. But the button does decide to fold, big blind decides to shove, and here we are. So in this exact situation, we should have kind of been planning for this. It's very realistic that he could be jamming a majority of his hands here, and we can actually think about this ahead, but as played, we should definitely be at least studying this off the table just to make sure that we make a good call here. So at this point, we're getting 1.7 to 1 on a call, need at least 37% equity to break even. So what we can do is pull out Equilab and get to work. So we plug in the board, we plug in our hands, and now we just need to assign a range for the big blind. So let's give him some sets. Let's give him pocket sevens. Let's give him two pair. Let's give him pair and draws, bottom two pair, and let's give him some top pair. Let's give him top pair with ace-8 suited, and let's also give him some slight overpairs, right? It is possible that he did just call with these and would overvalue them on this board. That 100% makes sense. I also want to add in some flush draws that make sense. Now, he cannot have a flush draw with a king of clubs because we have the king of clubs in our hand, but we can just give him all of these things. And actually, those don't make sense because he cannot have the 8 of clubs because the 8 of clubs is on the board. And let's just also give him all of these as well because those make sense. Click suit selection again, then clubs, then okay. And I think this is a pretty realistic range of hands that he could be jamming here. And you notice that we have plenty of equity against it. We can definitely make a profitable call. Now, you notice when I was building this, I was really only throwing in like suited combos of things. We could definitely throw in some offsuit combos. If he is fishy, these could definitely make sense. So let's throw in these, let's throw in that, reevaluate it, and you notice that we still have plenty enough equity to justify this call. So whenever I'm doing this kind of math off the table, I always like to run it a couple different ways, run it against a worst case range, a best case range, a medium range, and you're just doing it really to get more reps, so that you're able to kind of understand equity and eyeball it easier, and that you're able to actually use it in real time, because the ability to be able to quickly estimate your equity against a realistic range and then make better mathematical decisions on the table is a huge skill set and something you want to constantly be working towards. So overall, definitely want to be calling here, and Hero does, and unfortunately ends up running into the two pair, but then again, that was built into the equation. You know, even against a range that had that kind of stuff in it, a realistic range against this kind of opponent, it definitely still looked to be a very profitable call. Definitely not going to fault Hero at all for this. So ICM Monster, thanks for the great hand, and if you or anyone else has a poker-related hand or question, feel free to leave it on our Google Plus page. Leave a link for that in the description box, and also please make sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying these types of videos. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. Otherwise, good luck out there, and happy grinding.